Oh, in less than 3 weeks, Minneapolis will head to the polls to choose the next mayor of the biggest city in the state. While incumbent Mayor Jacob Frey and State Senator Omar Fateh are getting the most attention, we wanted to introduce you tonight to another challenger in the race, Reverend Dr. Duane Davis. Today, Danny sat down to talk to him about the issues that he says define his platform.
For the totality of all that exists.
As a minister and former Capitol Hill staffer, Reverend Dr. Duane Davis isn't new to public life.
I have a lot of policy experience.
But this November, he's switching gears to run for mayor of Minneapolis. You've never held elected office.
Right.
Why should voters in Minneapolis trust you to run the city?
They should trust me to run the city because in every situation, in terms of passing policy, really trying to address the concerns and needs of people, I have been there at every step of the way.
After the murder of George Floyd, Davis served as the co-chair of a community safety work group. But despite Mayor Frey appointing him to that position, Davis argues the current administration hasn't made enough progress on police reform.
It appears that our city is stuck.
According to an independent monitor, though, Minneapolis has made more progress in the first year of its state settlement agreement than nearly any other jurisdiction. What would you do differently than the current administration to implement the settlement agreement?
In that same recent independent monitor report, there were some red flags. And so what I would do differently is I would be in far more conversation with the residents of Minneapolis.
Meanwhile, on housing, Davis supports moving the city's homelessness response team into the health department and says he would only clear an encampment if absolutely necessary.
But that's a reaction. That's why I talked about scaling up homelessness response so that we do not get an encampment.
While he opposes rent stabilization, he supports investment in public and nonprofit housing developers.
We go quite a bit far in making sure we get that private development. I'm asking for the same kind of working and collaboration with nonprofits.
Davis doesn't have the advantage of an incumbency, but under ranked choice voting in Minneapolis, voters can rank up to 3 candidates.
This is just a different environment, a different set of challenges in front of us, and it needs a different type of leadership, and I think I possess all of that.
Danny Spiewak, KARE 11 News.
For those of you who watch the show, Danny talked to both Mayor Frey and Senator Fateh, you might remember last week, and tomorrow you're going to hear from the final 2 challengers in the mayoral race, Jazz Hampton and Brenda Short, so you can get to make an informed choice.